Have you been trying to overcome your addiction to porn and masturbation for over 6+ months, yet you find yourself stuck, falling back into the same patterns of behavior, the constant relapse recovery cycle, and you just can't seem to break the chains of this addiction? Well, if the answer to any of those questions is yes, then brother, I have to tell you that you're probably going about your recovery wrong. There's something that either you're thinking that is incorrect, or there's something that you're either doing is incorrect, but your entire approach to breaking the chains of this addiction is lacking, it's incomplete, and the chances are you're probably making one of the biggest 3 common mistakes that we have seen men make. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you the 3 mistakes that, after speaking with thousands of men over the past 4+ years, that we see men constantly making that is keeping them stuck in the pattern of behavior, constantly relapsing and unable to break the chains of this addiction. Before we get too deep into that, let me take a quick moment and remind you who we are and what we do here. My name is Coach Frank Rich, host of the Rebuilt Man podcast, founder of Rebuilt Recovery. And over the last 4 years, we've helped close to 1,000 men break the chains of this addiction, reboot, rewire their brain, rebuild their lives, and go on to live a 100% porn-free life. And we do it with a fully integrated, holistic, growth-centric approach that I'm going to tell you about a little bit more at the end of today's episode. But the 3 common mistakes, these are mistakes that chances are you've made in the past, or more than likely, if you're listening or watching to this right now, you're probably still making them because you've recognized and identified that, hey, I'm not able to break the chains of this addiction. There's something that I am doing wrong. So we're going to reveal to you what those mistakes are, how you can get control of this, but more importantly, how you can begin to operate and live out a porn-free life for the rest of your life. Because I have to tell you, after being addicted to pornography for over 20 years and living this life out over the last 5 years, living a porn-free life is better. It comes with freedom. It comes with peace. It comes with joy. And you're able to experience what God has put you here for. The biggest mistake that we have seen men make, and chances are if you are not a part of our program or working with a certified, proven recovery coach, you're probably making this mistake right now. And it's using old, broken, outdated approaches to recovery. What I mean by old, broken, and outdated, well, first off, 12 steps is over 100+ years old. Their principles are built upon outdated science. Now, I know that's helped a lot of people. I know that there has been tremendous freedom that has been built out of a 12-step program. But when I analyze it, when I break it down, and when I look at the current research and science and what we understand about real behavioral change, there are missing elements to a 12-step approach. So that's one outdated recovery system that you may or may not be using right now. But other broken systems are thinking that this is something that's just going to pray away, or that the answers are found within the Bible. Now, there's a lot of truth and wisdom found within the Bible, but praying and reading your Bible is not going to help you break the chains of this addiction because it's not rooted in real behavioral change. You live the Bible out, that would be a better way of saying that. But just going in there and reading some scriptures on a daily basis will not help you. It will help, but it will not be all that you need. Joining a small group is a part of the process, but it's not the only thing that's necessary. Putting internet filters up on your software and on your computers is not enough. It is not a fully integrated approach to recovery. So if you are not looking at this through a holistic lens, if you're not changing your thought patterns, if you're not getting control of your health, if you're not building necessary relationships and community, you're missing pieces of the puzzle. So that's what I say when using broken and incomplete systems. The second mistake that more men make than anything else is trying to do this alone. My great friend and fellow industry colleague is Satya Sam. He's got a great saying: the opposite of addiction is not recovery. The opposite of your addiction is the community and the connection that you build in your pathway and journey to freedom. Pornography is an intimacy disorder. It's something you do when you're alone, when you're isolated. You must begin to rebuild and reconnect and recreate the definition of intimacy in your life. Not just intimacy with your wife or with your spouse, but intimacy with other men, Having an environment where you can have real, deep, meaningful, necessary, vulnerable conversations, talking about the truths of your struggles, talking about the breakthroughs that you're experiencing. Why is this constantly rearing itself up on a regular basis? Are you having these conversations? Are you getting the support necessary? Are you being held accountable by other men that are just like you? So trying to go about this alone is a recipe for struggle. It's a recipe for relapse. It's a recipe for staying in the cycle. So mistake number 2 that if you are making, stop it now, is get in a community. Stop trying to overcome this pornography addiction alone. And the third mistake, the biggest thing that we can help you in changing how you even look at what recovery truly means. The biggest mistake is you've got to stop trying to quit porn. You must stop trying to quit porn to overcome your pornography addiction. Yes, let me say that again. You must stop trying to quit porn in order to overcome your pornography addiction for good. Because your problem right now is not pornography. Porn and the consumption and use of porn has to become the solution to your everyday problems. When you're stressed, anxious, tired, frustrated, avoiding, those are the moments within your life right now that you're running to pornography. So porn has become the solution for stress, anxiety, fear, isolation, inadequacies, hopelessness, isolation. These are all the problems in our life that we must begin to solve. And in solving those with better alternatives other than pornography, you get insight into what real freedom will mean for you. And that's what you have to understand is your freedom holds a different definition than mine. My freedom holds a different definition than Mike's. Mike's freedom holds a different definition than Andrew's. Andrew's definition of freedom is different than Jonathan's. Every single man that is struggling with pornography is struggling for different reasons. And because of that, the pathway to recovery, the pathway to freedom will be unique to you. But what will not be unique is the fact that what you're struggling with right now has nothing to do with pornography. You're incapable of handling the situations that trigger you and drive you back to pornography. So getting free from this is going to be rooted and found in better handling of those situations. Now, it could be internal. These could be physiological. These could be nervous system related. They could be relational. They could be ambition oriented. Could be health oriented. Is your gut health so poor that your brain has the inability to produce healthy neurotransmitters? And because you're constantly escaping into food and you're shoveling junk food and garbage down your throat, now you look for other outlets to make yourself feel better. Are you fat and out of shape and you just don't like yourself when you look in the mirror? And because of that, you drowned yourself into pornography. Do you not feel that maybe you deserve the love of a woman? These questions are the ones that will reveal to you what the truth is behind your struggles right now. And when you get answers on what the truth is, then you're revealed what the steps will be. So the biggest mistake, man, that we have seen so many men make, and you're probably making it right now, is stop trying to quit porn. Overcoming your porn addiction has nothing to do with quitting porn. It is about building a life that porn is no longer an option for. And if you want some help in doing that, I told you at the beginning that we were going to give you the steps to breaking the chains of this addiction. If you visit rebuiltrecovery.com/12 steps, we're giving away our entire blueprint and framework that has helped close to 1,000 guys at this point. And it's absolutely free. I talked about 12 steps being broken. We've recreated it, built on new research, new science, the understanding of real behavioral change. Rebuiltrecovery.com/12 steps. Get access to this training immediately, but stop making these mistakes. Stop using broken systems. Stop doing this alone and stop trying to quit porn. And in time, brother, 3-6 months maximum, I can guarantee you, you'll be living out and experiencing a life free of pornography like never before. Hope this episode was helpful, guys. If it is, make sure to share, rate, review. get this out there as many people as possible. Visit rebuiltrecovery.com/12 steps. But Coach Frank Rich at the Rebuilt Man, we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.